Hello, everybody. My name is Camille. This is my friend John. We represent PIK family at Exmo Study. Patience is key, bringing you that peace of mind and clarity when navigating the markets. So how you been, friend?
Been a pretty good week, but looks like some stuff's gonna have to correct here soon. Everything seems to be, everybody's happy. Fear and greed is at 73, and we're getting up there.
Yeah, it's time to rather be conservative with your investments, I would say.
Yes, for sure. There's a time to watch the market and observe, and there's a time to be aggressive. And right now, we don't feel like that's the time to be aggressive. If you happen to be ahead, we probably highly recommend that at least get your initial investment back and let the scraps roll in, because as we always say, it's okay to pay more if you know it's going up.
That's a good phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say it again?
Hershey.
Everybody remember.
Shantae messed up leaving them things around.
It's okay to pay more if you know it's going up.
Yes.
So that's why we advocate level trading. If these are very strong. I read once, and I always remember these things. I don't know where, it was just kind of like this very complicated trading website teaching you the ins and outs of, profit taking, setting stop losses and all. And it was just like very technical. It was super technical. And the guy said there are three things that have importance when you look at charts. And the most important level is the horizontal level of support and resistance. And then diagonal, that's secondary. That's like tier 2. That's below the horizontal in terms of importance and magnitude. And I think he placed all the other like technical indicators like Fibonacci retracements and all that stuff on the third tier. You know what I mean? Like, so first horizontal, these are support and resistance. Then you would have channels, which are very important, and we see them every day. And that goes along the, line of thought of Gann, where you have angles and stuff. And the way you traded before we even spoke about Gann, and you always showed me these lines going, diagonals. And then what everybody uses, which are fibs, but they're not so precise. They could be precise if you apply it right, but these horizontal levels, they are super important. Why am I saying this? Because today we just entered a trade on VE chain that broke 22, right? We were watching that horizontal level like a hawk, and now we have a clear target, and it does represent a segment on a chart. Once we top that, we're going probably much higher. Okay. So about the market, do you want to look at Bitcoin? Do you want to look at Ethereum and all the top coins to kick it off with?
Yeah, we can kick it off with Bitcoin. And before we even started off, first thing we saw, that drew our attention already was we got some bearish divergence forming. So we'll share that with you while we see that forming already, and just give you an idea. And once you pull that up, Camille, and once you pull that level up, maybe the next chart could be the Bitcoin futures, because we do have a substantial gap that rests significantly lower that potentially needs to be filled before we decide to move up anymore.
Right. This is where we are on the 3-day, but it's the Bitcoin to the dollar pair. Now let's go to what is it, BTC1?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, it's BTC1.
Wait. BTC. What's the ticker? I always you have to go here. Not in crypto, because you'll never get it if you're in crypto. You have to be in all.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, and this is a big frame. Probably want to see it on a 1-day or even smaller.
Well, I mean, you could even break it down into a 4-hour, but there's the 1-day you kind of see already.
Okay.
You see a gap that we already have back here at what 30, right around $31,000, 29,500 to 31,000 already.
Right here?
No, a little lower. I apologize. Like I say, it's kind of hard to see your screen when we're streaming like this.
Okay, let me zoom in.
Yeah.
You probably mean this one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's a 27K.
Yeah, I mean, a gap is still a gap. And, a lot of times a 4-hour chart will tell me a lot when it comes to gaps.
Sure.
But the thing I want to make known on this chart before we go any farther is, if you look to see where we peaked at, we actually peaked at our last futures gap to the upside at 36,100, which we didn't hit that in the spot market. Now, some will say that's a bearish indicator or bullish indicator that, okay, we had open interest in the markets, whatnot, and we hit up to the $36,000 level, but we haven't hit there on spot yet. I think we came up to 35,985 or something of that nature. But this tells me that they front run it on the futures. They front run it. And
Yeah.
you can't really see the bearish divergence building up per se so much on the futures as you can on the spot market. But
I'll show you the gap.
Yeah.
Here is one gap. Let's make it really clear.
Yes,
Where
definitely.
we see that.
Maybe a bright collar, because again, it's hard for me to see it. So if it's hard for me to see it, unless somebody's watching on huge TV, it's gonna be hard for those to see it too. Maybe you can speak the levels. Can you type that in some way or another there on the ticker down at the bottom and say where the futures gap is there, Camille?
Sure. Let's have some text here. So the futures gap, and this will be much bigger so you can see. Futures gap is at, well, this one.
Yeah.
That's between 34.3 and 34.1K.
Yeah. And then just keep that same screen up and then look at the next future gap below that and then go ahead and put it in with the same thing.
Well, here's a little one.
Yeah. That's
29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also got
Right
one
there.
a little higher than that, right where you first got that big block right after $32,000. You got one there too. Right there. Down.
Yeah, there's here,
Where-
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a very small one here.
A gap is still a gap though when you're and these are the three levels that we would want to watch for the first thing, try to fill in the futures gap there at that 34.3, see if it holds, which also lines up with your cloud as well.
Yeah. Let me just type in the correct levels here. This one is 31.7. 31.7.
And the significance about 31.7, Camille, but while you're typing in this other one, that 31.7 roughly represents what we speak about a lot of times, the 111 weekly MA too, which...
Let's apply that.
Well, I don't know how it's going to apply on the futures market compared to the spot market. But again, that's heightened interest to me is that area. And once we pull up the spot chart and, basically say, hey, we got some divergence building up, we can pull up the PI cycle indicator as well to show what we mean by once we're above certain levels, sometimes you can kind of be a bullish.
Yeah, this is pretty close. On the futures, it's now around 31.1 or something.
And that's the weekly 111 MA.
That's the weekly 111 MA.
Okay, so yeah, this is heightened interest to me is that area there.
Guys, I think I'm going to switch my microphone here because there might be a little bit of some weird noise going on. I hear that.
I want another Hershey Kiss anyway. Shante messed up leaving them things laying around. But there's some heightened interest I have right there at the 31.7 level, and I'm seeing weakness start to build up. You know, when we get over to the spot market. So, as Camille has there, in our experience, future gaps are usually filled.
Yep. Okay. I'm back with the mic. So that's one. Want to see something else now?
Yep. It's a futures gap. We got a wrap. Hey.
I forgot to put in the level for this one.
Yeah. And then after that, we got a big one down to $20,000. So
29.9, 29.7.
And there's our last, that's what you would classify as our last level of defense. Okay.
Yep.
Because if we lose that futures gap, the next one below is $20,000. So
that's pretty steep, no? There's this little guy here. 27.
Okay. I like
and there's this guy here.
I like the 4-hour charts, but it filled in. It looks like that was filled in, didn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, this one is unfilled. Look.
Very, very.
26.3.
Okay.
26.3 right here.
It didn't fill in from the other side. No, keep on going back. It filled in. See, it filled in. Right.
Oh, you mean here? But on the way up, it never filled. I mean, like, it went up and there's a gap left here.
Okay.
Still.
All right. Cool. Cool. All right. So we still have some levels here that we can potentially hold. We just want to show you this because the futures gap's kind of like a cheat sheet in a sense.
Yeah, it is. It is. Many times, almost always, they get filled. So expect the price to reach at least here. You want to play it short? That's a good play.
Yeah.
34K. That's almost you know. This is futures gap price. I mean futures market price. 5%. Not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to show the divergence? I'm going back to the regular chart here. Nice little pop here. We have 35.7 currently. All right.
So if you see here, we've maxed out on our RSI way back here at the 30 whatever level it was there, and
34.8.
And we're creating these. We're getting higher, but the RSI is not reading these highs. So this is a bearish divergence to me. Same way here on the Scholastic, you see where we peaked there, but then this last peak we just had is well below.
Yeah, right here
where it should be. So this is a bearish divergence forming. So even on smaller time frames, 4 to 8 hour. See this? We have a divergence that's forming because the price is going up, but the readings are going down on your indicators.
True.
First thing I noticed. What do you think?
Yes, I see that too, and it's especially evident here on the 12-hour. With the RSI and with the stochastic.
Yeah. But the one thing that is nice about this is, like, you know, we always talked about a pitchfork back in the day. You could actually draw a pitchfork type deal on this right now, kind of what we got, which would also lend into a bull flag, right? So, like off your local top there, or your first top before we hit our second top, I noticed that once we broke out of there, we had roughly another like 5% move, which we completed.
You mean from here?
No.
No,
Yeah.
you mean like on the small scale?
Yeah, yeah. So like you draw a line right there. You saw how we broke out of that on a very small scale. So this will give you, you can bring it down the other way, how we broke out. Down. Keep coming down. Keep coming down. There you go.
Oh, like here?
There you go. Yeah. Now, if you just clone that line and apply it to the top we're currently at now, you can see like this is like a mini bull flag.
Okay, I see what you mean.
And if we lose this level,
Huh?
clone it again and attach it to your red wick as well underneath of that. Clone it one more time and then attach it to your red wick, if you don't mind.
No, okay, that's cool. This one here?
Yes, sir. See, this will tell you where we need to be. So just follow that bottom, the middle red line. That'll tell you what we still need to hold.
Okay. I like that. Okay, guys, something I saw here. We're gonna use the shift or skiff. I think I say shift. Pitchfork. Okay. We're doing good. Oh, I should bring it up here.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. So if we drop, this could hold us a little here. That line. And that coincides. Look, if I stretch your red line, brings us here. At the end of November, we could be at 31. Potentially.
We still have that big bear flag all the way from the start of the cloud all the way back at the green at $26,000 or whatnot. So you have a huge bear flag, so we could come down to 31 and then boom, pop off to 52.
Yeah, let's see a higher time frame. The 5-day. Looking for the divergence here. Still not much to see in terms of divergence on the 5-day. So, I mean, we're maxed out on the stochastic. Yeah. We're in over bought on RSI. KDJ is pretty high as well at the peaks. It's at the peaks. It's never like been higher, so we'll
usually
see.
What happens on a smaller time frame eventually translates over to a longer time frame, which we've seen it.
I saw that today. I was looking at a chart and the 1 hour looked identical to the 1 day. Like at that moment, when I switched between these two frames, the 1 hour had the same pattern as the 1 day.
Well, I mean, if you remember when we met, I told you that I would study like the 1 minute chart because if you see the same setup in the 1 minute chart, eventually that'll translate over. Once you get into higher time frames, it'll translate over to the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, 3 day, 1 week. Eventually it all translates. And we speak on pattern recognition so much. You can apply all these indicators all day long, but if you start to see a setup early on, then you start to pay attention. To me, this is starting to form what I call a bearish arc to me. This is starting to form a bearish arc to me.
Oh, nice. What I call the leaky faucet?
The leaky faucet, you call it, but it looks like it's starting to form a bearish arc to me.
Yeah, like right here. Whoop. And a little bit down.
Yeah.
Okay.
With heightened interest at that $32,000 number, which that's where we'll stand at right now, I believe, moving forward. Let's see how the 31 reacts. Another thing, Camille, one more thing, and then we can go. Maybe you could pull up once I show you this. If you go back to the 1 day, and we were just talking about pattern recognition.
Sure.
Make it a little tighter for me, please. What do you see?
On the 1 day?
Yeah.
Just looking at candles?
Just looking at pattern recognition. What do you see?
I see this part here.
Okay, you're seeing that part. I see the next one. I see the.
You see this?
I see that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you'd probably pull up indicators, you would probably see we're stretched just like that on those indicators before we pull back.
Yeah, it's basically the same. Look, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
The
beauty about this is that breakout was at 31.8, which we keep talking about 31.7. So it would be ideal for us to come back to retest that level to fill in that green. You got that big green bar, you know?
Yeah.
To fill in some of that
Okay,
green
yeah.
in that area before we would decide to have more upside or continue to the downside.
So from here, we went a little bit up, but then went to retest here, the
Yeah.
previous peak. Then we kind of like double bottomed. So that means if now we repeat the pattern, we might retest this range 31.
Correct. That's what I'm kind of
31.
seeing. That's what I'm kind of seeing. It's a step ladder pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I classify as a step ladder pattern. Because you saw we got oversold back here. So you say you're not seeing their divergences. Well, look, we're oversold. When you look at that daily chart, we got oversold at that first peak. And then we're just trying to keep fighting it and fighting it. You know? So you start to see build up. There's some build up here that's not going to make it. Like you could draw your line on your scholastic from that top and it'll tell you right there where your resistance is going to be.
Sure.
Just
I know what
like-
you mean.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is it
so-
only me, or do you hear like a crackling sound, like something's just scratching, or no?
No, it
Yep.
must be on your end, or
Okay,
it could
cool.
potentially be this new mic I have installed potentially. But anyways, sometimes we see things a little differently, but this looks like a bearish arc forming to me.
Yeah. The only thing I like is here, the KDJ, and I like the little scoop here on the stochastic.
Yeah, we got a little bit more room to move.
See, these two are positive.
I
But
feel like
ultimately,
we blew off.
like,
I feel I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
no, say it, please.
It seems like we're getting ready to get this mini blow off real soon.
Yeah.
And
Remember what we said
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
about Bitcoin dominance last video we did together, and we said it's going parabolic.
Yeah,
That little blow off might be that.
could be. But we'll see that more once we get into other pairs with ETH Bitcoin dominance and things. ETH to Bitcoin. We'll see that a little bit more. So, if
I'll
you would
do
like to put a note
everything.
down at the bottom of our chart there, Camille, how you
Yeah.
have that little screener going across the bottom sometimes, the little running banner.
Sure, yes.
Maybe
What do you
could
want me to
put
show you?
Futures gap 31.7, heightened interest. If we lose the 34.
Futures gap at 31.7K. Interest. If, well, ultimately, yes. If we lose 34K.
Yep.
Show it.
Yep. That's really
Alright.
good.
Yeah. We could go on drawing channels here and stuff like we always do, but I
Yeah.
think we want to keep it short and sweet, right?
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
I'm
we're already
kinda tempted to
25
see-
minutes in, so
Yeah, look, see, I mean, it just shows you why we are here. And we can see the midline. This is clear as day. Let's go to the 2-day. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see exactly what you're saying. Of course I do.
Yeah, this channel right now, that was the perfect touch. I didn't even have to like do much here to see it. So now, do we stay in this channel? And then we have touched it 3 times on the top line. 1, 2, 3. Or do we break out? Do we break out or fake out? Ultimately, the midline is calling us, and even the bottom.
Yeah.
Even the bottom, guys. We're not going to the moon yet. Don't get fooled.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
It's not the time to be thinking about 60K. It's more like time to be thinking about 25 and 21K. Honestly, like in my opinion. Might be wrong, but this
Look,
is experience in the markets.
ETF,
Everybody's too happy.
ETF doesn't get approved, we're losing that channel. You know?
Okay, let's go to ETH. I think Ethereum to Bitcoin is more important now.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we're gonna look at the Bitcoin, the dollar pair. So we did the bar pattern, where we're kind of like doing it. It says here we have a little note: rejection trend line. Until we break this trend line and try to do a bar reversal pattern, which is bump and run reversal, this will be our resistance. Now we have conquered that resistance. This green line is history. What's next for us?
Retest that green line.
Well, retest this green line.
No, retest the green line we just broke out of before we get confirmation of it.
All right. Yeah, I forgot. We gotta bounce back. That could be like a double bottom thing here. Retest, and upon successful retest, we then test this green line.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, so let me make it clear, because that was a bit confusing on my part. I apologize. Here, and then something like this, and like here, and like here. Maybe ultimately, this is an optimistic scenario. Now, the pessimistic scenario would be
keep on bleeding.
Retest. Have a lot of weakness here. And just keep dropping like a stone.
Yeah. So we're not out of the woods yet.
Okay.
I believe in our last video, Camille, we said about 5-1. As long as 5-1 held, we were pretty much, we remain bullish as long as 051 holds. I believe that's the number we kind of came up with in our last video.
Yep.
So staying above 051 or the recent low, whatever you want to say, somewhere in that area, we remain bullish moving forward, because we should touch the top of that channel at 6.6 or so. But getting past that would be hard.
Yeah, you know what I see? I would like to see the indicators on this one. The RSI, fish. Let's also put in the KDJ. See, what I like here is this Fisher break at -4.
Yeah,
I like that. Coming up from oversold on RSI. KDJ going for that bullish divergence. It is, because look here. This is the most responsive one. I like KDJ in advance. And I'll change that to green, because...
And the Scholastic will show you the same thing. I've looked at it before.
Look.
Yeah.
Look where price was in the price relation of Ether to Bitcoin on the 25th of June. My son's birthday. That was here.
Yeah.
The price was higher, but momentum was much lower on KDJ. Now the price is lower, momentum is higher. That's bullish divergence.
That also tells you we're going to probably come up. That'll also tell you we'll probably come up to retest that level. Wherever you start your divergence is generally the level you come back up to retest, which lines up with the bar pattern as well.
That'll be 06.
Yep, that's what we were saying, the rejection somewhere in that 6.5 to 6.6 range.
Yeah, I'm starting to like this analysis. Take a look. This is our way. We just, play off each other here. Now, trend angle. Good old GAN. Oh, I got to reset. I'm sorry. Now we apply it. What you got there, birds? Or did you get a parrot?
No.
Sounds like you got a little parrot or something.
They have some good
Okay.
stuff over there in Poland, bro. You're hearing all kinds of stuff today. Send it international mail.
I'm hearing parrots. I just had a kebab. That's all I had. Maybe
Okay.
maybe that's the reason. Anyway, look, is that possible?
For sure, because that's right to our, where we are projecting either rejection. This is really your line in the sand. Do you reject at this point, or do you continue to fall? Or if you break out and get right back into that parallel channel once again. This is going to be key. The 6-6 is key, just like 7-3 was key, and we lost 7-3, and then look what happened once we lost 7-3. So, right now, 5-5 is key to get over. Don't make no mistake about it. We got a few levels to conquer here.
Sure.
But, 5-1 holds, I would feel comfortable DCA and into altcoins as long as 5-1 holds. We lose 5-1s, I'd exit all my positions. Seriously.
And now I want to see. Yeah. Got to see the retracement levels. I'm sure this will be interesting. 702. I'll just leave 702 for people to see. It never lies. It's my best friend in Fibonacci. Look, guys. 702 right there at 0.6 on the dot right here.
Yeah, everything's talking to us right there. And that's your make or break line. There's no other way to put it. We've seen this on Bitcoin where we've had these certain lines in the sand. We've seen it on other alts. That's your line in the sand. We get back past that point, you could feel comfortable knowing that we got a substantial run ahead, and that'll probably take your Ethereum up to probably the $3,500 level-ish, 28 to 3,500,
I like these hikings on the 3-day. This was the indecision trend reversal, and now we have a start of a new trend with this candle.
Yeah.
And they can stay green for like 10 in a row. And that would take us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right there. December 6th. Santa's coming with presents. If you got ETH bags.
I mean, I like this chart better than even looking at the ETH USD pair, just because, like, you have USD numbers that you're looking at for the USD pair. But when you're looking at ETH to Bitcoin, you want to know when alt season is going to kick off.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much telling you that we're not in a full-blown alt season past that area, but we'll be pretty close. You know what I mean? Like, we got to reclaim that level. That's the key thing. And another thing here, Camille, and I don't know if you'd have time, but if you would go into the block and look at the big concentration at $1,950 of how many people bought and sold, then you would see why we're going to have this supreme resistance right here, and probably Bitcoin is still going to steal some share.
Okay. Do I need to be? Do I need to be like?
Yeah, you'd probably have to log in. But on there, it'll show you how much of an area where people bought at 1950, and until we truly bypass this area of 1950 on Ethereum, you would expect Bitcoin to continue to outpace. And there's large whale concentration too on Ethereum,
Okay, what do you want to see?
Well, it's really hard to see, but so you'd want to go here to, all right, see right here, holders making money, concentration by large holders. That's a big concentration. Price correlation to Bitcoin. See,
so you want to go back?
That's fine. No, you can go down. It would show where it was bought at the rates. If you keep scrolling down.
Yeah, okay.
That's your whale concentration, but keep on. See, this will let you know if the whales are offloading.
Large holders net flow.
Yeah. See, now look what's key here. Do you see that arc right here at the very end?
Oh, you mean this here?
Yes. You know what that means, right?
Uh-huh.
What's happening?
Players are offloading.
Exactly. So as price is moving up to this 1950 level, the large players are starting to offload. Now, if you would scroll back into this chart, you'll see that same type of pattern. It's happening. I just looked at this last night. So, but if you could pull that back up where you were back into the block, go back to just all, you can scroll all the way up to the top and look at all the ETH things.
Okay. That was one thing back.
So
do you see?
Yeah, keep on coming down. It should show you everything. Because what we're looking for, okay, go up. I'm sorry. See, it says mostly bullish, but you want to go for. Why am I not finding what I'm seeing here?
On-chain signals?
No, you want to pull up the bubbles over there to show you. You know how that long bubbles that shows the.
Yeah. Here are the bubbles.
To your side, yeah. That's your concentration bubbles, not where they purchased it at, though. That's what I wanted to see. Now, make that smaller and look at what the price is now. And look how big that bubble is of how many people purchased where we're at now. It shows that 66% is in profit right now, and only 27% has lost their money. So usually when you get these higher levels of, you start, your eyebrows got to raise when you get up to this 70% level. You know what I'm saying? Where they're in profit. And you look to see how big these bubbles are. And now we're at like the biggest bubble at price. Look at it compared to everything else as you move past. See how small the bubble was at 18 to 1847?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, now look at the bubble you're in now. It's bigger.
Yes.
And you click on it, see, it'll tell you the average price and how many people paid for it. Now go into your 1950 range. See how many addresses purchased at this price? This will tell you where you're going to have a lot of your resistance at. See how we didn't have a whole lot of resistance between that 1800 and 1850? Did you notice that it didn't fight as bad there?
Exactly, right here.
Exactly, because people, they were wanting the price to get up there higher. That's why you could say, like, longer term, look how the bigger it goes. And the problem you have here on them last two bubbles over here, Camille, with the 2500 and the 4800 bubbles, is a lot of people staked their Ethereum before Ethereum went to proof of stake. You know what I'm saying? And when they staked it, it was at like 2,800, 30. You know what I'm saying? $3,200.
Yeah.
So a lot of people was in the loss. So you're going to hit all these resistance areas moving forward. So we're in this resistance area now, and we're probably going to have to make these bubbles a little bigger going back. You with me now?
Okay.
Okay. Just something to show you. There's our analytics for the day. We could go into it a lot deeper, but 1950 is definitely a big area to watch out for.
Yeah, this is where I have my sell order, 1950. I just want to get that. You know what I mean? Play it safe.
And it could be a triple top rejection there too.
Yeah. Let's show it. 1, 2.
Yeah.
And something like, let me go, guy. Here.
Yeah.
Whatever. If we get that high.
It takes 3 times for us to generally break through a price. A third rejection can lead up to a 50% rejection, 50 to 70% rejection. As you talked about on the ETH to Bitcoin pair, where we just come up, come back all the way, shoot straight down. This is where a pattern like this in the USD pair, everybody gets bullish in the USD pair, and something that sticks out like a sore thumb, such as a triple top. People don't want to see it because they just think it's going to blast through there, you know?
Yeah.
And for now, it's not showing me that. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Here, this level. 2,500 seems very important.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to go to the next big coin? Let me just see the market cap and show what we're going to talk about. I like CoinGecko for market caps. Just cleaner. BNB. Let's look at BNB.
All right. Well, we can make that one pretty quick. Stay above the 50 MA on the monthly, and you remain bullish.
Okay, monthly, and I go to SMA. Change it to 50.
50 month. As long as we hold it, I would remain cautiously bullish on it. There you go.
We are. We're holding.
So look for a reclaim of A, B, C, D. I'd say you could probably look for a reclaim or a retest of the $300 level.
Yeah, exactly. Look.
Oh, okay. I'm just looking at it.
we see the same things. We just apply different techniques, but
yeah,
same conclusions. Okay, so you're good here. A little retrace maybe to 235, if anything.
You don't want to lose that 50 MA again. You definitely don't. See, we rejected right at it.
Well, I changed the time frame. I didn't lock it in at. Oh, look, nice. A13. It was a buy signal. I missed it on the 5-day. Well, whatever.
It came down to the 202 level that we've talked about forever, so it was our buy signal. Come on now, Camille.
I know. Wait,
but I like it. You know, again, we keep rejecting here, but as long as we maintain that area there, you can apply that same move that we lost below the 50 on top of the 50 and to give you a target.
It seems that we're going for the cloud now, possibly. Yeah. Let me see the ribbon. Okay. Yeah, we're going for here. We're going for 275 now. And this is playing out like a typical V-shaped recovery. You end up here, and then you go higher, and then you go one more down and one more up, and that's going to be 300.
Yeah. And as high as 360 or so. You know, I mean, again, as long as we stay over that. Look, there's your thing. So you can take off the futures gap note you got there, Camille, and for BNB, you can put. So for 2 notes down there, can you make that banner like you did before? How you going across the screen the whole time we were talking?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so if you have a banner either going, I guess, at the top of the screen and take that futures gap off. First thing on Ethereum, I would say we have to get past 1950, but we have evidence that the whales are offloading.
Let me hide this new. Let me create this new banner. What should we say?
Do you want it to roll across the bottom as we talked, like we did on our last video, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, so first order of business is we lose. You can have a banner roll across there, put BTC, and then put 34K must hold or 31 to 32,000 incoming. There's your first one that we talked about for today.
Okay. Then you have yes. And then, that will roll, yeah.
Well, tell me when you write that number, and then for number 2, you would put must overcome 1950 on ETH and hold 0.051 ETH to Bitcoin pair.
1950 and hold 0.051
on BTC ETH BTC pair. Yes, sir.
Sure. Now what about BNB? What's the recap on BNB?
Recap is must hold the 50 MA on the monthly for continuation to 300, even to 360 for a triple top. Well, 275, 300, then 360. There would be your 3, but you don't have to put the take profits in there if you don't want it. But
no.
There's your recap on BNB. 50 MA is key.
All right. Scroll, save, and go.
BTC, must hold
Everything's here.
Yep. Let's hold 50 MA for a move to 275. There you go. Good job. All right, let's go to the next token.
Next one.
Yeah.
XRP. You played it, right?
We can make this as simple as possible, right?
Okay. Let me switch it.
I'll tell you what I see and what's kind of already happened. First thing is, Camille, give me a parallel channel there if you don't mind.
Sure.
Excluding that top move though.
Taking everything off that we don't want to see because it's not important here. So, give you a parallel.
Please. From that 90 cent top.
Oh, you want to go like that?
Yeah. Well,
descending.
Ascending, right? Up, angled up.
Okay, want to start here?
No.
Scrape the floor.
Yep, there you go. All right.
Here?
No, just touch the top of your 90 cent. You should have a nice one there.
Here?
From the wick you have there at the...
Higher? No.
Yeah, that works.
You want this?
You can make it work like that, but I brought it down farther. I made it a tighter one.
Okay, where? Like here? No.
Like farther down. Way down to the top of the first one you got, 90 cent. Down to the green wick we just had.
Here?
Down to the top of that right there. Yep, that one.
Okay.
See, because it touches your wick over here too.
True.
So when I first mapped this out, and again, maybe you see something else I don't see, Camille, but I said it's going to touch that midline, and look what happened. What if we held 55 cents? I said it was going to touch the midline, right?
Yes.
Remember when I posted the chart?
Mm-hmm.
And look what happened. We rejected right at the midline. So your stop loss is the bottom of that channel, which was what, 56 cents now? 55 cents still?
It's going to be 50. Well, by the time it's going to be, 50 still. Bottom of channel.
As long as we hold that, you still have interest to go after the 1 o'clock, that 110 top up there.
Cool.
It doesn't get much more simpler than that. Hold 55 cents.
Or 55, rather.
Yeah. Well, like whatever you got at the parallel channel there. So
I just drew 2 lines. Mm-hmm.
So there's your number 4. Unless you see something different without breaking into it, but that's what I see. We should have one more potential move down to potentially test that area of 63 cents again, since we took out 63 cents, and then the next move should be $1, $1.10, $1.20, somewhere in that area. Depending on how long it takes.
Wait. From these moves, not a lot to show. But if you're saying 63 will get retested, right?
I'm thinking that area, right? The 63 cent will roughly be retested. There you go. Yep.
Okay.
Because I didn't buy until we broke out. I mean, I bought already. I've already been buying, but I'm saying on the big buy I did. When I did a 1K play, if you remember me telling you, I said I waited till it broke out at 63 cents. And if you look there, you'll see why I picked 63 cents.
Exactly.
Look at all those wicks there that we had.
Guys, what John and me are talking about now is our Telegram channel. So please, if you're interested, visit us, give us a little view. Join XMO Study. You can get access to this Telegram channel where we just post insights every day. Every day we have like a few posts on the markets. So it's a daily update, and with levels, with all these indicators, everything's there. It's a clear roadmap. I don't know any other channel that does this for you, where we're just so honest and we put so much heart and effort into this. You know, we're here all day, basically, just starting away and, you know, showing you all the little details of our trades, you might say, or trade ideas. Yeah. So
yeah, and subscribe. You know, subscribe to our YouTube channel while we're here, and follow us, expostudy.com, and get on our Telegram channel. It's things like this that we talk, and we try to make it clear to you. That's why we put that parallel channel in there. And even though I had to tell him where I wanted it at, once he saw it lined up with the last wick down from the other one. So this channel is our pathway to $1 that everybody keeps talking about. This is our pathway.
I was just looking left, and the 90 cent was right. It was like, I wasn't even looking, you know. Anyway, here we have Ripple. Let's go to the next one.
Put number 4 down there, Camille. Put, you know, essentially hold 55 cents, but a retest of 63 cents seems valuable right now. But overall, you want 55 cents to hold.
XRP.
Yeah.
55 cents.
Yeah. To go, and that if that's your final pullback to really get some stability. You know, dip buying encouraged. Dip buying is encouraged on XRP if we're going to go up to $1.10 or $1.20 range, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
let's see that.
Yeah. Then BNB must hold 50 MA. And then, so where are we at now?
Solana.
Oh. Well, we can cut this one pretty dry, too. Hey, there it is. There it is, Camille.
Yeah.
Just read what it says, and this is true. We're trying to pull this, and we pretty much completed it, almost.
Look at the note. First hurdle will be to clear resistance at 26. That was like an ancient time ago.
But it really wasn't. Look, it was just what? How many? 3, 6, 9. It was only 12 days ago, you know?
I know, but it seems like history now. We've been at $46 from that time, you know? Anyway.
The only area I'd like to see you highlight here, and if you can't see it, what we're talking about, this is an inverse head and shoulder setup that we recognized early on. And we knew $20 had to hold. So you could have been buying into this area, but we knew with certainty, not with certainty, but once it broke this level note that we had here, $26, we felt better about more upside. And which, as you see evidenced in the chart, I think I even have another note there. Must stay. If you read that next note we got there, Camille, I wrote down there.
Must stay over 20.25 on daily closes. Resistance is 26 and a half. 2 ideas for entry. Number 1, entry now with a stop loss around 19.25. Option number 2, wait till we clear 26 and a half, and enter with a target of 52 and a half. It's okay to pay more if you know it's going up.
And that was actually recommended for newer people, because if a newer person, somebody's more experienced in trading, such as me and you, Camille, we know the risk to reward was up higher at that point, because that was at $23, 22 something when I made that chart. So we had roughly only a 10% room of play there. So it was really, you still didn't really know which way it was going to go. You know what I'm saying? And then, but we knew as long as we had a stop loss, we were good. But we recommended wait till it breaks that $26 range, and then look what happened. So still targeting $50 to $52.
That's what I'm gonna put in the little sidebar here in the banner.
Okay.
Still targeting. Hold on. That's number 5.
Because that's completion of your inverse head and shoulders, so that's still your target.
52. And this will be completion of inverse H&S.
Yeah.
Cool. We got that one.
37 must hold. 37 must hold.
37 must hold.
Yeah, we lose 37, we're probably not going to hit 50. All right. good job on that one. Guys, we made this call. So just, again, as he said, come visit us on our Telegram channel. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We made this call back at $22 for this thing to go up here between $45 and $50. Over and over. We gave everybody how to protect your money by putting a stop loss in. But we also said what to expect once we broke out. And here's a perfect example. It's okay to pay more when you know it's going up. This is your perfect example. This call has been a 1x for us, actually even more, because like I said, we've been in for a while, so we picked up some at 12, 15, 14, 16, 18. You know, we picked up gradually along the way, but we didn't get aggressive until we saw $20 finally break. Then our aggressive gene started kicking in, and then we got really aggressive once it got past 26. So just because we didn't buy at $8 doesn't mean we lost out. This is the whole, it went up 300% before we got aggressive. So when we say don't be excited and think you've missed out, this is a perfect example.
Yeah. It's this trading style lets you sleep comfortably at night. You're just cruising. I mean,
Right.
I'm not saying you're invincible, because of course stop losses will get triggered, and you know, you sometimes have to DCA just to wait a bit more. But like compared to how I used to trade, for example, in the past, before I had this school of patience, completely different. You know? So
A school of patience.
school of patience. Let's go to the next one. Cardano. I thought 40 cents was key. Let's see.
Getting past 36 is going to be 35. These psychological numbers, these whole numbers is what's rough.
Okay.
So, but until we truly, now here we go again. This is a perfect example. Match this up with Solana, and then
Exactly.
where do you get comfortable in your trade? When do you really get bullish? Me, I really don't get bullish until we get past 40 cents. Because now we've taken out all this basic bear market times, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So did I catch the bottoms? Yes, I did buy some ADA down here at the lower levels. Did I get super aggressive buying it down here at lower levels? No, I didn't. Because again, until we truly get back over 40 cents, I'm going to continually just buy here and there. I missed out on a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it might go up 100% before I actually really get aggressive on it. But again, here we go again. Look at the charts. They're almost replicated of each other, you know?
Here is where we are. Yeah, it's the same time frame. It's the same date range. So look, here is that top. Here is this wick down. Okay, and the bottom, that's the same.
Yep.
That's in December when everything was at its lowest. And now look, Cardano's on the left. Look how it bounced. And it had that nasty curve. That's what John was saying, the bearish arc. This is what we see kind of Bitcoin printing at the moment. Like, we are here on Bitcoin, I believe. Anyway, Solana here, Solana kind of like stayed in a range, in a horizontal range more. And then it had a shallow dip. And Cardano had a double dip, which was actually a lower low. And Solana only did half of that retracement. So you could see the strength already here in Solana. You know, when you compare Solana and Cardano at the same time, look how Solana reacted much stronger, right? So, I mean, for Cardano to be that comfortable, we would have to cross. Wait, here's 26, and we crossed it here. So you would have to cross 40 cents, as you say.
Yeah. And then we crush.
And then it's game on.
Yeah. No use to rush in. Dip buying encouraged. That's what I'd put as a note. There's your consolidation zone. Now you've established a consolidation zone. You know,
Let's compare. This is what could happen. Wait, let me turn this off. Do you see what I mean?
oh yeah, definitely. I definitely do.
Yeah,
You're
this is potential. And then Cardano from 40 to 65.
Mm-hmm. Not just replicating. So you're not missing out. You're not missing out. So my thing to you would be consolidation zone is 24 cents to 40 cents. That's your consolidation zone.
Are we gonna say, like we said, buy one link a day for this range, buy one ADA every 12 hours?
Well, $5 a day on down days, or $5 a day, and then on real down days hit $10. With you got a triple bottom there, so you got some super good support. We do have some deviations above that 40-cent range on ADA, so that makes me a little concerned. This will be our third push up. You know, and I know, if we don't break through on the third push, what generally happens, Camille?
There's a crash.
Why don't you run a fib retracement up to that 40-cent level to see what our bottom could potentially be? We've always kind of paid attention. We've talked about it many a times between that 14 to 18-cent range.
$27, $28.
Okay. What if that's our third rejection of that area? So run it up to even a triple top there. What would it be at if we triple top?
You mean here?
Yeah.
28, 29.
Again, so that's kind of where you don't want to lose, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you might want to say your consolidation zone is there, 28 to 40 cents, you know?
Yeah.
Or buy on the breakout. I'll let you put the notes in there however you want, Camille. What note do you want to put in there?
For Cardano,
Yeah.
I would say get in when we close above 46 and aim for 46. That's
Okay.
my thing.
All
Do you
right.
agree?
I just don't want to see a third rejection or a third deviation above this
Well,
line.
If we close above 46, that means we've already went
Beat.
over it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Look for the triple top first. See how we react at that 40-cent range and where the indicators may be at that time.
Okay, ADA.
I agree with you though. This is a strong competitor, and I like that you've highlighted that 26-cent range. Psychological, so maybe even a quarter. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you always got to get the psychology out of the people first. But like when you do your fib retracement down to that one level, when you look at your blocks, what number would that take us to if we do reject here? Would we sweep the lows again?
If we reject here,
Yeah, at 40.
oh, at 40.
Yeah.
It shows the 702 shows 27 cents, 28 cents.
Even when you do the bar closes?
Oh, the bar closes. Okay.
Yeah.
Bar closes are like this. Still the same, because the proportions are the same, you know?
So like if you take your starting point and then how we use
You mean the extension?
the extension, because I'm worried that if we reject here on the triple top that we may sweep the lows.
Look here. So I'll take this.
That's what I'm talking about. You with me now?
Yeah.
So you could either do it at 40 cents or a triple top. And then
I'd rather go like that.
go to 40 cents. At least we'll probably hit 40 cents. What if you go up to 40? See right there. Not much difference.
21 and a half, 22 cents.
Okay.
But I like this one
Okay.
because the 618 lines up with the wave. You see?
Uh-huh.
First wave up, and then 618 lines up with this. So it's like a perfect setup, and then you have the level at 19.6 cents.
So, I would say once we get up to that level, there's going to be a huge fight. It's not just going to break through there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure a lot of people paid that 40 cent, you know? That also lines up there with your parallel channel as well.
Channel midline right here.
Okay.
Back to the bottom.
So do you agree that this is a consolidation area?
Oh, definitely.
Between the triple bottom and 40 cents. So buy $5 a day on AAVE and then $10 a day on the real down days.
Yeah, I like ADA. I still like it, you know? They're not out yet. They're strong. They got a big market cap. It's definitely a good place to DCA in. Should we put in the banner, I said ADA, look for at reaction at 40 cents, 25 cents must hold.
Consolidation area.
As
long as we hold that local low, this is our consolidation area. So the impulse should be, as you say, up to 70 cents. Once we break out.
Get more aggressive after close above 46 cents. Play it to 70.
Yeah.
And
all right.
It's gonna roll up.
There you go. Good job. Consolidation.
Let's go.
We're going to apply the link strategy. Buy $5 a day in ADA and see if it takes you away.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to zoom out, like really zoom out.
We're just filling it in.
Yeah, and here, erase all of this. We are definitely in a range.
Filling it in.
Remember what Link did?
Mm-hmm. And guys, follow us because we have paying a link a day. During all that consolidation, for the longest time, we said buy a link a day. That was even when it was at $9 and it fell down to $5. We kept saying buy a link a day because we knew it was either going to crush to the upside or fall. And you see the line I drew there, Camille. The global trend line is all the way back at $1.75 to $2. You know.
Yeah, I remember.
So if we lost this level, that's where we were going to touch was this global trend line. And if we still look, we're not out of the woods yet on link either, guys, because you have. If we still end up creating a lower high long term, that $2 range is still not out of the question. Am I wrong, Camille?
You're right. Look at the comparison.
See, and I even put some indicators on there where I thought maybe we could go next.
You want to put some indicators here on Chainlink?
No, I mean, the fibs really help you out. This is when fibs kind of help you out a lot. You know, I'm not a huge
21.
fan of fibs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You say 21, but we're stretched. You know, we're stretched on a lot of indicators on the shorter term. So let's say we come back here and we don't get across this bull bear line where Camille was talking about $21. That's kind of like your bull bear line, right? And what can happen if the markets kind of go sideways? Because microeconomics does not look good, and we might just be in what we call an absorption phase of the market where we absorb these price movements. And then ultimately we could come back to touch that global trend line that I highlighted on link. So we're not out of the woods yet. We're not nowhere out of the woods yet.
Now, if you want to say Cardano is going to replicate the rise, or at least the levels from Link, Link seems to be going for the half point, the 50% fib. Now, apply that to ADA.
Good way to look at it.
Okay. Now, thanks, friend. At least 63.
Well, and I'll tell you the significance about 63, Camille. Do you remember when I made the chart? This was last bull cycle when I said we lost 63 cents. Then I projected it to be between 10 and 20 cents it would come down to.
Yeah.
That was the number, 63 cents. So that makes perfect sense when you say 63 cents, because that number sticks out to me from when I charted this thing on the wick-off logic, you know?
Mm-hmm. That'll line up with my 2 fib up theory. That we usually, when we bottom, then we go 2 fibs up. And then, you know, we kind of like, you're okay to take profits at 2 fibs up. You're really okay. Link is doing extraordinarily because it went from $5 to now $15. And it's above 12.34, which is where, yeah. And I would be comfortable taking profits here at 12.5, you know, saying that it's already up there.
I mean, I want to retest when you're talking about Link, you know, and we'll talk about both of them here, but I think Link's number 11, so we're in the top 10, but a couple of them are USDCs and things like that, so you could add Link.
Little bonus thrown in.
Well, no, you could add Link in there, but you want it to hold 1250 on the pullbacks here because 1250 is of significance. So that's where you want to kind of get in here and kind of, it's what they call gut trading, fill in the guts, you know. And the big difference you got here between ADA and Link is Link consolidated for 15 months. You know, ADA hasn't been 15 months in this range.
We can check how long it's been. So Link, and we're on a 2 week. So let's go to a monthly. It'll be easy to count.
Yeah, it was like 15 months under 9 to 4. You know,
17.
17, and now look for. You know, ADA. ADA,
assuming that this was the first month here in October, it's only been 13. So
it may not pop as hard.
No.
As what Link did, just because for how long Link set. But again, as he says, even if you would get up to that first fib level of whatever it is, that 0.38, you're still doing really well on ADA. So for your note there for Link, Camille, put for Link. No, you're good. For Link, just put 1250 must hold to go after, you know, $20, $21, or even as high as that $30-some. But 1250, we need to create some support. If you notice, there's not a whole lot of wicks within that 1250 range. You know,
Link must hold 1250.
Yeah.
Go for.
Well, if it holds 1250, you're talking $32.
Yeah. The top of the retracement.
I mean,
and look here. I might just hide it for now. Do you see well the screen? Do you see it well?
You know what I was going to tell you, and we should have probably did that. I was going to tell you to make it black lit in the background because I notice when I watch other YouTubers, they have their screen black in the background. You see the bars and the lines a lot better.
Ah, okay.
I meant to tell you that before we started, but I didn't know if that would mess us up.
This better?
Oh, wow. That's way different than what I was expecting. I just usually go there, hit the thing, and it just says make it all black in the background. But yeah, you can see it there. But you just don't see the numbers on the side, though.
You don't see the numbers now. Okay, it's gonna take me a while.
No, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good.
Listen, if you want... There
you go. Gray's pretty good. Gray's actually pretty good. Yeah. Okay. See how the bars get a lot more clear?
Yeah, I always use hollow bars, but I think most people use full bars, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
you can see a lot better. But no, you can go ahead and show me what you're going to say. I would like to see 1250 hold and really kind of get a good 2 to 3 months trading in this 1250 area.
Okay. Let me just mark 1250 roughly, and we're gonna go like this. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1. What did we say was the next level? 17.
Well, psychologically, $15 we have to get over. What are we trading now? I told you with our last video we did. We said, look, Link can hit 1450. Where are we at now?
1450.
That's what I said. Remember last video we were talking about Link, and I said, yes, it can hit 1450, but if you're in the profit, get it,
Yeah, I wanted to see this half level. And I think I have to make everything black now. Just to make it clear. And this is better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So look, what I wanted to show is we go from this candle close. This is the start of the move. You go up to the half point, which is $16. You hold 1250, and then let me just change this to blue or something. And then you can get up as high as 34.
Yeah.
On FOMO.
That'd be a wave 3,
Yeah.
But again, so there's your notes. You can put that, add link into the bottom, let it scroll across there. 1250 must hold for continuation.
Okay.
We lose 1250. My next area of interest would be to retest the 880 range or 950 range. So
continuation. We lose 1250.
Yeah, 880 to 950 would be my next area of interest.
950 to 880. Okay, here we go.
And then, did you put ADA in there already?
I think I have.
And if you put
what's
ADA,
the next one? Yeah.
Did you put ADA down at the bottom already?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. All right, what's our next one then?
The last one is DOGE.
Oh, this one's going to be easy. Buy every day. Seriously, like this is probably cleaner looking. This is probably clean. This is when we picked our top 5 alts for our last video for November. This was going to be my number 5, believe it or not. And you know how much I can't stand meme coins, but
I know.
This one has held up. This is probably one of the better looking charts overall. Look at the scoop that we're trying to create.
Dum. We just broke out.
And 4 cents has held incredibly well. So
yeah, look, hiking with no bottom, green hiking with no bottom wick. All these months, nothing like that. Always indecision. Or a dump candle, like here. The last time you got a clean wick like that was here. We might repeat this move. This is the one we're at now. Then it's 1, 2 months from now. So 1, 2, like a late bloomer.
And look at the percentage it moved. Look at the percentage it moved and see where it's at. Like, just pull up maybe one indicator, like a Scholastic or a regular RSI, because it's got to be
148%.
So there you go. Even if we just replicate that from the breakout point.
Yeah, super, because you know what? It gives you that double top kind of thing. Here.
My first target is 8.5 on it.
Okay.
It's just I've mapped it out. And overall, when you're looking at how the market's reacted overall through all this bear market, this has held up incredibly well. I'll be the first to tell you, I thought that it was going to come back to a penny. And right when it starts to struggle, I always tell you guys in the Telegram channel and our private talks, I always say, time for an Elon tweet, You can always tell when it's starting to really lose certain levels. We always get a tweet from Elon that picks it right back up again. It happens every time. It really does, doesn't it?
Yes. And it bottomed on a 9 on the Hikins. Look, it had a 9. Honestly,
I like that this is a monthly. I didn't mean to cut you off. I like that you're looking at it on a monthly as well. Because now once you see us break that level, the potential for it to even replicate that whole move over the next 15 months could be pretty impressive, Now,
you know what's cool here? that, do you know the Adam and Eve formation?
Yes, sir.
Adam is a sharp bolt up, and then Eve is this nice smooth curve. But it generally is like a double top thing. So Adam here, the rise, let me put a line on it so people can see easily. Right, guys, look. Our friends here can now see easily. This is the Adam. And same here will be with a little curve. Of course, it's not going to go backwards, but you know what I mean. It's like a smooth rise. Now the candles could get bigger, and we could start moving faster here, but generally reach the same level of 16 cents, almost 16 cents. So it's a 2x from the current level.
Look at the 3-day and the 1 week, and then we'll be done with this one. Maybe
Sure.
The 3-day ends today. That'd probably be, and look for your stop loss. Where would you want your stop loss? Just follow that trend line down, and that'd be your stop loss.
Sure.
That'd probably be, if you got anything else to add there. But yeah, 15 cents was really hard to bypass last time, and that's where the real fight was. So it makes sense to try to come back up to retest that 15-cent range. Now, it hasn't moved as fast as other markets, but when it does run, it's probably going to run really hard.
My stop would be at 6 cents.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Now, does 8.5 cents make sense to come up to retest that first number? Does that make sense? Is our first take profit?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely makes sense right here.
I was just eyeing it. You know how I do a lot of times. I'll look at a level and I'll just eye it and I'll say, okay. And sometimes I might be a few pennies off here or there, but not generally for the most part. Been in the game long enough, I can pretty much eye it, you know.
I know what you mean. And this is the stop loss.
I'm happy
6
here.
cents. Let's put a note.
Sleeper, bro. This was literally my sleeper, and I knew last week if I would have told you number 5 was DOGE, you probably would have been like, "What?" You know.
Oh, I know the charts. We've been doing them together, and no, I don't like it either. But I would say, yeah, the coin is strong when you look at long term. I agree with you. Even though I don't hold any, and I can just play this coin, no problem. Get the Bitcoin out of it, you know.
So we did a great job today. So before we head out of here, Camille, what's your thoughts on the markets moving forward? Just maybe give a couple of minutes, say what you feel about the markets. I'll say what I kind of feel I'm sensing is getting ready to happen, and then we'll sign off.
Let me just write in this note for DOGE.
Okay.
We said 6 cents stop loss.
Yeah.
Going for 8.5 cents.
8.5, and then I guess just go ahead and try to ride it out to 15.
And then 15. And then 15.
Yeah. 14.8. Something like it, you know, because you know how the psychological numbers are.
Yeah. I agree with you. Don't be too greedy, trying to get a round number. Be a bit modest and just, you know, throw a random smaller number than 15 or 20 or something like, you know, like you say. Here we go, the notes. Now, to recap the situation overall in the markets, we are very happy now. Everything's pumping. Every day we have like top coin doing 10-20%. And this is where I get happy to take profits, not to buy more, a lot, just a little bit, you know, nibble here and there. I'm more like waiting for a crash to buy more, not now. What's your take on this whole thing?
I completely, you know, agree with you on that sentiment. I mean, most of these tokens we've talked about, we've already got in and got out of them already, and we're already just kind of riding the wave. Fear and greed is at 73 right now. The last time I looked, you have a lot of things that typically don't run. You can see these short squeezes are starting to happen, which we've evidenced in KSM and E-Gold had a short squeeze, and many others have had short squeezes. It's too many to name right now, but on the shorter time frames, we're seeing a lot of stretching on the altcoins right now, which kind of begs for a pullback. I'm not saying this week, but I do feel like we're kind of in the last 2 weeks of billing the love here, for the moves.
Yeah. Before the video, we said 2 last weeks of love.
Yeah, two last weeks of love. And it's very telling when you look at that Ethereum, when we looked at into the block and you can see that the whales are offloading. That's a very telling sign.
Mm-hmm.
And then my one last final thought here would be, I made a chart, and I don't know if you could ever pull it up or find it, but I made a chart well before we were ever part of the Expo family, where I said, this was when Bitcoin was trading at 16.3 or something. I said the real fight is going to be between $29,000 and $35,000, and this is where we're at right now. So, good job to both of us for seeing that well in advance.
Yes.
But we're stretched out. Everybody's happy, and we're stretched out, and I'm a little concerned about how happy everybody is right now. So, I'm being patient.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good, bro. You're good.
Total market cap. It generally reflects similar movements as the Bitcoin price itself, but like here I can see we are at the top of the channel. At the top. So it's make or break. You know what I mean? And this is a channel that stretches from. You can even say here. This is May 22. If you want to go that far, you see.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
So, and after such a move, I'll be willing to assume that we retrace at least to the 23.6 level of this whole move, and I'll show you where that is. The move started here, and I'm not talking about the 786. We're talking about like FOMO levels. So these two. Market cap from 132 back down to 118. What's that percentage wise?
10%. Yeah, lower 10%.
Yeah, around 10%. So for alts, if the market cap drops 10%, what are the alts going to do?
Well, it depends on where you're going to lose it at. That's the thing.
If they start losing it in like a week.
If you lose the market cap off of Bitcoin at 10%, your altcoins are going to lose 30%.
Okay.
But if you lose market cap in totality, where they all move in synchronized, they usually, when they first fall, they all kind of move in sync. And then eventually Bitcoin will outpace again,
Mm-hmm.
So let's say the first 4 or 5 is Bitcoin drop. Then you're talking 10 or 15% on alts. And then the next 5%, Bitcoin or the alts will make up 4 or 5%, but then drop back another 15. So they'll generally lose 20 or 30% on that kind of move. I would probably even beg to differ. It's probably will come back a little bit more than that, than what you got there.
Take a typical altcoin.
Yeah.
What's that going to be? Like,
well, they say like Link probably. Link would probably come back to retest the breakout. Probably Zoll would come back to retest that 25 through 28 range.
Okay.
So that's what I would say. Like, that's what I would probably look at. Like, just numbers wise. You come back to retest that 880 to 950 in Link, and you come back to retest 25 through 28 on Zoll. Injective would come back to retest the $10 range of its high,
Yeah.
So it's things like that.
I just took THETA.
Yeah.
Just a random coin. First one I thought of. So.
But I would still pick strength over strength. Like I would still look for tokens that are well off their bottom. So like you're not worried about them sweeping the lows. Like a good example would be AAVE, because AAVE is still up 100% over its lows. So if AAVE can hold $70, for example, right? You'd be very pleased there. Yes, that's 30% off where we're at currently. And you don't have to look at it. I was just giving an example, but it's up to you. But that skill, when me and Camille knows about trading, this is what we call second level of trading. We would still be holding that second level of trading.
Back to our trades. Remember how we did this last time? So
I don't know how you looked at it. I tried to look at it the other day, and I never knew how to look at it.
You go to paper trading here.
Oh. Did it meet?
Okay.
Did it hit?
We are in profit on the AAVE trade. We are $81 in profit.
How much did we buy? $1,000, right? So we're up almost 10%.
Yeah, and then our near order. We closed near and at 167 for a $60 profit.
Hey.
Okay. I think we should make new trades for this week.
We should be proud, Camille. That was some good stuff.
Yeah.
So what's our budget now? Like we should have went up, right? We should have a little bit more cash, homie.
We are up $138.
100, because that's what's cashed out, right?
No, equity. I mean, the AAVE trade is still open, and we're $80 plus on it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, does that only take profit one? Because you were saying it was kind of fudgy how these things work.
Yeah, I had to. This is so limited. I just had to set one.
That's
take
fine.
profit.
We'll just do one big sell order, and then we'll just go from there on certain levels.
Yeah, we must go one by one, like levels, step by step, because you cannot even split your sell orders into many.
Look at the spinnerini.
Yeah, spinnerini. It's closing in 3 hours, and it's a 2-day.
The 3 days closing in a couple hours too. So the spinnerini too.
Yeah, but the 3-day looks much better. And
are we going to hit? We had to be close to our target. What it hit?
Oh, look, our target was 106.
Yeah,
and it got to 104 and 4.44.
So close.
Yeah, I mean, now we're at 99. We're
buy the dips. So I'd put a buy order in to catch the dip to take it back up to 115, man. We got to hit 115. Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't want to change it now. Let's hit 106 first.
Spinnerini, come back to reclaim a little bit, and then come back, finally go after 125 finally.
Do you want to close this trade? We can close it manually now if you'd like.
No, it's fine.
Lock in the profits.
So near hit our target and then
yeah, near did. Let me show you near.
It hit our targets exactly and then dropped pretty much as soon as it hit our target. Look.
Here, the red arrow shows you where the sale was. Let's go to the 9 hour.
Oh, does it? Blow that up a little bit so I can see it.
Yeah, look.
It's hard to see it, but yeah, I see it. Okay. Look, we hit right at the top, bro. Good job.
Now, if we zoom in a little bit more. No, you can't make this up.
Hit right at 167, right?
167.4. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 cents. We got it. We got it here. It's more fun if you keep zooming in because you just get happy. Look.
Yeah. That's
Anyway.
where we called it at. That's where we called it at, and it rejected
look,
right away.
Guys, in our Telegram channel, we've had this situation. Both of us had that exact situation where we nailed a trade to a penny in one day. I think I did, what was it? Vulcan Forged or something? Pyre?
Yeah.
PYR? I did that and you did something else, but
I don't know which one I did, but
it was just fun.
it was literally right to the penny, both of us. It was.
We were laughing about this. Okay, new trades, John. Do you have ideas? Let's go for Doge.
Oh. Well, but I feel like everything's going to pull back a little bit. So does that mean we just put in buy orders just to buy it?
No, we can do sell orders, I think. You don't want to play vet. We're up on it today.
Are we still up with the market pull back in? Look at that. What is it at now?
What? It went to 20. It almost went to 23.
Okay. Yes, I would like to play vet up to 2.6.
Okay. Yeah, we're
But
confident.
you can only do one take profit, right? Do you just want to see if we can knock it out of the park and put 3.2?
I want to put 2.4.
Where are we at now? I thought it would be 10%.
Look, one more thing, John. Let's go like this. This will give us a lot of answers. Fib extension.
Look at that parabolic move, though, Camille.
Yeah, 24.48. Right here. I mean, it's 2 cents, 448. I don't know. And look how it hit the 618.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Are we gonna play it from here and up to a level you specify? Or just leave it alone?
I mean, if you draw a curve on there, we got a nice curve from that 13 signal. It's a beautiful curve. Look at that. Bounced right off that curve. Now you got a rising ship. Draw you a trend line from where you started your turn right there.
Oh, like right here?
Yep. There you go. There's your rising ship. Where does it go? Yep, 2.4, like you said. 2.5.
Yeah, let's play.
This is what we call a rising ship structure, guys. Do you see how your ship is coming out?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
do it.
Let's play it.
Okay, so we need to make some money since it's such a small trade. So let's do it at 10 grand. We got to make some money, bro.
You're crazy.
Huh?
That's a 10% of the portfolio.
Bro, we see the moves. It's already there. Look at the indicators.
Okay.
Look at the indicators.
Yeah, we should look at the indicators.
Look at the indicators. Look, I'm confident it will hit that number.
We're on the 12 hour. Wait, I'm pretty good on the 12 hour. Look, wait. It's my favorite time frame.
4 and 8 hour is already curving.
Oh, we're so high above the cloud. I don't know.
4 and 8 hours already curving, bro. 10 racks.
Ooh,
what kind of percentage is that? I mean, we're not gonna make that much loot, so what kind of percentage is it?
Up to 24.
Yeah.
Up to 24 only is 5%.
Okay, that's 5 grand. That's $500 we've made.
$500. Okay, let's do it. You convinced me.
I didn't even run.
So we're gonna go with this trade.
I'd say 2.6. I still think we got another surge.
I'll listen to you, man. How many units is that gonna be? If 1 VE chain, that's gonna be. I'll try with like I did 100,000. No, too many. I'll do 40,000.
44,000 is
40.
only $1,000.
Let's do 44,000.
That's only $1,000.
So I have to add a 0 here.
There you go.
500,000 was not off the mark much. Okay, take profit is going to be at
257.0257.
beautiful. Stop loss.
Go to the bottom of the chart. 1.8.
Yeah, I would say 1.9. I like 1.8 as well.
Yeah. Like 179 or something. 0179.
Cool. So if we fail here, we're gonna lose $2,000 and
How much?
$2,200.
Well, you got to believe in yourself.
But if we make it, we're gonna make $1,238.
Come on. Exactly.
I believe in it.
I believe in it too. We got one more surge on it.
Okay, cool.
All right, my man. I don't know if there's anything else you
No,
want to cover, but we'll see how that VE trade played out. We're still waiting on AAVE. I still think we should play another AAVE trade too.
okay, let's do that.
I still think we get up to 115. But we are kind of spending there on that 2-day. Look at Compound. Look at Compound.
Yeah.
Let's look. Compound's been one we've been really looking at. Can we $63? Can we hit 60? Did we reject again at 51 or 52?
I'll show you. Wait, look. There is a clear thing here. Fibonacci extension 1, 2, 3. 58 seems reasonable. 59 even if we go a little bit higher.
Right there?
63. You think 63? Let's look at horizontal levels. Where does it take us? Like, okay, so maybe let's go off this top or off this top.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pull it across the whole chart. Here, boom, and then here. The 702 is at 66 cents.
$66.
It's dollars, sorry. What am I talking about? And from this top in July, this is at $62. So yeah, 62. If we go parabolic, we've broken out of this range.
It's a rising ship structure again.
Okay, I gotta think. Another thing. Wait, and this is getting a bit messy. Let's just.
We're just trying to look at a trade idea, but I was looking at anywhere. Once we broke past 51, I had 63 in sight.
Just a minute. Look, I'm just gonna clone this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clone. Put it on top. Yeah, seems cool.
Can we get to what can we get to?
As high as 68.
Let's play conservative. Where are we at now?
We are at 52.5.
Okay, so since we took an aggressive trade on VE, let's just do let's aim for 10%, $58.
Yeah, let's do a very very chill
$520 or $5.20, right? So $58. So let's
58.
Yep, let's do $5,000 on it.
We did 1,000 before on AAVE, and near we did 1,000.
This is a clean trade, bro. Look at the indicators. It's a clean trade.
Okay, wait.
This one's cleaner than some of the others we've looked at.
I like the KDJ. And I like the Fisher too.
Okay.
Getting a bit of bearish divergence here, though.
What's the 3-day look like?
And this is only the 12 hours, so you might be right. Let's zoom out. Oh, okay. RSI in the 3 days. Cool.
It's a clean trade.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Now look at your level trading.
Okay. I know what you mean.
Because that closes today, so it should even look smoother tomorrow.
This is cool. All right. Market. How many units? Compound is worth. This is gonna be like 100 units.
Yeah, let's do 100 of them. That would be what, 50? How much? What's the price at now?
Oh, let's do like just $5,000. So
yeah,
95. 95 is good.
All right.
All right. Take profit.
Let's not
58.
let's not be super aggressive. Let's just make $500 and let it ride for the bull market. You know.
Stop loss. If you want to retain the classic trading ratio of 3 to 1, then the stop loss would only have to be at what?
Just hold the low as long as we hold the low. Hold that mini low we just had.
Well, this is too big of a chart. Because you know what? Like it's only 10% up, so hold 49.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, hold 49.
See, I was going to go like 40. I was thinking about just drawing a trend line from right down here at 22nd right there. Yeah, I'm just seeing where we're. There you go. Is that about where you were at?
Mm-hmm.
Right below the trend line.
Okay, 47.
So 46 and a quarter.
I would say 40. Yeah, 46.5.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like 1-to-1 trade.
Yeah.
We win $500, but we lose 588. But it's a nice setup.
Well, the thing is we're targeting 63, and there's a clean setup to get to $63 here. So we could be uber aggressive, or we could just leave $500 in for the run once it hits.
We can go higher with the stop loss if you'd like.
No,
But we can. No, okay, cool.
I mean, because of 1-to-1 ratio, you're not really losing compared to what you're gaining. But again, if I would do anything, I would just raise, take profit. But then what we're seeing in Bitcoin and ETH is telling us the potential to be, with some bearish divergence building, we may stagnate here. So, you know.
Yep. Okay. I think we've covered a lot of topics here about the top coins. We also put in 2 trades. The banner has been sliding all along for quite some time. You have the recap notes here at the bottom of the screen. Guys, we do an everyday update on our Telegram channel. So join XMO Study for insight, for this type of knowledge and approach. We don't BS around here. We're genuine. We don't sell you dreams. It's just what it is, you know. The harsh reality of crypto could be fun. I mean, for us, like, do you feel comfortable when you navigate these markets?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like it's like second nature now. It really is. So like when I look at slower charts, like in traditional markets, I'm just like, okay, it's going to do this, you know, and something that may take a couple of days or a couple of weeks in crypto could take 8 to 10 months in traditional markets. You know, example, when BABA, which is Alabama, was trading, you know, at $125, I said it's coming back down to between $50 $57 and $80, and people are, you know, of course you get the hate for it. But we've seen these moves so many times in crypto that it translates over to traditional markets as well. And it did. It came to do an inverse head and shoulders. So it was one of our power calls. And then IRPR was another one that I saw it doing a wick off, you know, and I saw that all the way to 100 and I think it was at $131 or whatever when I saw it doing wick off. And I said it would come down to roughly $55, and it came down to like 64. But still, we've seen. But again, it took a whole, you know, like 9 months. Whereas in crypto, it may take 2 months, 3 months, you know, or even faster than that. So, yeah. I'm really comfortable. You get better with time, and don't get me wrong, when I make a trade like today with that VE chain trade, I was a little hesitant because when I'm looking at overall markets, I'm thinking, okay, look guys, we made the trade on here because we made the trade personally with our own money. So
yeah,
that was probably one of the least uncomfortable trades I made though. And I told Camille that. I said I was comfortable in the XRP trade because here's what we do. And we don't get aggressive. So when you see us put it in a 10% order, even though we think it's going up to 63, we're just looking to get our money back. So then that's free money for the bull run, where you could hold and hold and hold this thing forever. But
that's what I do.
And this is what we do. We try
I buy in the morning.
10%. Go ahead.
Yeah, I buy in the morning. I sell before bed, and just put the little, you know, the little profits. Because it's not much. It could be 3%. It could be 5%. I just put that away in the bull run stash. I don't care. Get the liquidity out.
Yeah, you don't care if it goes down because it's free money. You know, it's you've gotten that money from that trade. So that's what we're doing now. Is okay. Let's scoop 10%. Oh, but it can go up 30%. Okay, it goes up 30%. We got our initial back. So. Do we take a little bit more off if it goes up a little bit more? Yeah, depending on how much it goes up, we may. But odds are, we'll probably just leave it there, you know?
Yeah. And one thing I've learned in the markets was there are always opportunities. Every day brings you a new perspective, and the markets just give you these opportunities. Go on Lunar Crush. Go on Into the Block, Sentiment, whatever. You have all these websites. And services, and you always see something. Oh, this coin is moving, or this one is really low. It has potential. So if you freeze up all your liquidity, if you're over invested, then you see an opportunity, but you're not going to be able to use it to your advantage because you don't have any money left.
Right.
I think this is one of the biggest problems of traders, like amateur traders, that they get so excited and they want to be in the markets, you know. That was my problem when I started. I put my money everywhere. And I thought, okay, everything's going up in time. And it did take quite a long time, but my money was frozen on a bad trade. And now, just as John was saying, get your initial investment back and keep your liquidity. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Don't stress that you didn't get 50% when you got 20%. That's still free money, you know?
Well, that's what it's all about, and I'm glad you put it in that context, Camille, because I've had to take some losses, and we've had some recently, where I closed out my AVAX trade. Even though I knew eventually it was probably going to come back up, I saw where the money would move quicker elsewhere, Solana and Injective. So I took that little bit of money I had in AVAX, I took a $10, $15 loss on it, swapped that money over to AVAX, swapped that money over to Solana, and I swapped that money over to Injective. And that $12 loss has now turned into nearly a $200 and some gain. You know what I mean? So you can't be scared of your trades. Sometimes it's okay to take the loss. Some people will be like, I'll just wait for it to come up. And too many people wait for it to come up. We're going to have this come up with ETH at 1950. How many people bought it at 1950 is just waiting for that one number to hit? 2,000 psychological number. What if we don't hit $2,000? Here they go again. You know, back to the cycle again. Whereas they could have potentially took the loss, applied that money to something that was running, such as Solana, Injective, and all these other tokens we've seen. IMX, 140% gain when we called it, you know. And even in the bear market, when we called the one move from 70 cents up to $2, high five, you know. So you could have put your liquidity over to that, and by the time it was all said and done, you would have more than well made up for what you've lost. Because people get fearful and they're like, well, I got to at least get my money back, and I got to at least get my money back. Sometimes it's okay to take that loss if you see something else moving first. And that's where we're at right now. A lot of stuff has already moved. We're looking for stuff that hasn't moved as quick, and now that we feel like we're in this kind of 2 weeks of love, as we say, we're looking for these 10% moves now. We're not looking for the 100% move. We're not looking for that big banger of a move where we're putting $100 in and we're going to cash out when it doubles. The market's too tight for that right now.
I'm still looking for a move on TELOS and Zilliqa. These guys are lagging, and they're good projects.
Well, yeah. Just here recently, if you can remember, I kept saying over and over, even at 15 cents to you, XPRT persistence. Remember?
Yeah, I did, and I did 30% on it. Thank you.
Oh, you actually took the trade? Okay.
Yeah, sure, I did. Of course, I take our trades. You know.
Well, it's up like 80% since I called it, and almost a 1x since I called it. But again, that was another one where you saw all these levels holding for like 7-8 weeks, and it's like, okay, we got a nice base now. A couple more days of Bitcoin staying stable. This thing can 1x pretty quickly. And right now, I think today it hit at 26 or 27 cents. And I think I sent the call to you when it was at 14.5 or 15 cents, I believe, originally. And then I
remember vividly, and I did take the call.
Oh, I appreciate that. And then I remember telling the chat, our private chat, because even though me and you may see the calls first, sometimes we won't share it with our chat until we feel a little bit more safer in the trade, you know.
Sure.
And then when it finally moved past that 16 or 17 cent range, I finally sent it to the chat. It was at 18 cents, and then we hit 27. So you're still up 50%. You know, it's XPRT, and then TELOS. I've been looking at that. It looks beautiful in the indicators. The indicators look amazing. You know.
Wait, let's zoom out because this is too small of a time frame. I know they do, and I think I just flashed the 3-day here. The 3-day's great. Look on the RSI. I don't know if you guys like these colors. They're just like some weird colors that I don't really use. But you can still see RSI crossing at 50 as we speak. KDJ getting that second life. Fisher above 0. All we need here is a stochastic RSI to complete our picture. Yeah. Snake move.
Yeah, it'll bounce around and then it'll finally, snake strike. It'll probably do a snake strike as long as the market stays up. As long as Bitcoin don't fall here, we should get a snake strike, which I can't read your numbers, but I can see where you're trying to go with it without looking.
Wait, this panel we don't need. Okay.
I can see where you're trying to go. So yeah, we're throwing in all these little extra ones to you with compound. We showed you a beautiful move on compound setting up. XPRT, I'm telling you right now, if it gets past that 27 to 32 cent range, guys, it can go to 50 cents. So don't be sleeping on that one right now either.
Yeah, from current levels, TELOS, I think it's going to do a 24%, roughly 25. It's my target here on TELOS is just 10 cents, simply.
That's conservative, and that feels conservative at this point.
Yeah, I know. But
this is your big. You can see it's forming a big head and shoulders, like inverse head and shoulders. This is the head. You're forming the head right now.
I would say this is okay.
This is your head right now, and the head is probably going to come up to. And I can't see your numbers. What's that wick over there to the left? I can't see your numbers at all.
Here, this one.
No, down to the next one.
Here.
Yep, that one. What's that one?
9 cents. Not almost 10, yeah.
See, that looks like your neckline to me.
Uh-huh.
See, that looks like the neckline to me. You with me?
Okay, so you want to go like that. You want to go for the big money.
And overall, when you look at it on a bigger grand scheme, look, see what it did? It did a failed inverse head and shoulders over here, and then came down. Now you're going to do reversal head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders.
Let's get a clean chart. And I'm going to tell you, if you're really looking for that big move, like John is saying, you might as well go for 17 cents, 15 cents. You know why? Because this is the neckline. This is the head. Take that, apply it here. What do you see? You go to 18 cents even.
So I had your neckline. I had the neckline down low.
Here?
I had the neckline at your 23 foot level. I had it right around there, or right above there. I mean.
Ah, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So here where I have it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's gonna take you to 14 cents. And that would be good because you know why? You touched the level here.
But if you look at what we're doing on a bigger scale, which that's a story for another day, look at your bigger neckline. That blue line you highlighted, that blue line you just highlighted.
Yeah.
That is a bigger inverse head and shoulders, and now we are creating the head probably coming up to that blue line.
I really like the 10-day look. KDJ, Fisher, stochastic doing that beautiful rise after the snake strike.
Mm-hmm. What's your blue line there?
14.
Okay, I believe it's going to come up to 14 cents and create your head.
We're now at 8 cents. So this is kind of like an XPRT deal, 80% up. Yeah, 80%.
Yep. And then come back. Then you're only going to retest that left head over there, the left shoulder.
Yeah, right here. Retest 10.
Yep. Retest 10.
Maybe 11.
Go back up to, and then hit up to a quarter.
Okay, let's draw this. Let's map this out.
See, we're giving you an extra little bonus here, guys, because we see a bigger inverse head and shoulders. We're doing it on a smaller time frame, and do you remember what we just told you? We just told you something that happens on a smaller time frame will repeat on a longer time frame. So we saw it on a smaller one, correct, Camille?
Yes, we did.
We're on a huge one. And we feel like this is our neckline right here. And you got a small left shoulder right there that formed.
Nice move if we pull it off. That's one for the history books.
And then it would come down to retest that blue line, and then it would come up to 65 or 70 cents.
Can you say that again?
It would come down to retest the neckline. After it hits that, it's going to come down to retest the neckline.
I was just shocked.
What?
Here?
Yep, and then go up to that bottom on your top there. Keep going. Keep going.
I know.
Oh,
I just want to be super optimistic here.
Good.
What, higher?
Wherever the V is, the top there, what, 65 cents? No, down. Oh, right there. Is that where your V lines up over here? Where your V down? No, come down a little bit more.
You want to go here?
Yep, right there.
This is 46.
Yep, there you go. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see. This will stay here until February, John.
I mean, it looks like it's doing a reversal, you know?
Yeah, I really like TELOS. If you read about it, it's a good protocol. And I'm surprised it's just been reacting this way. But, you know, this is what we're here for, to catch those latecomers to the party, those sleepers, and say, okay, like Kadena, I think Kadena has a lot of potential, KDA. But we're kind of like starting a our typical topic that looking at all these possible projects, and usually they pop off. You got to wait for the next.
Really good though. I mean, you pulled up something where we are at the beginning of a reversal here. You know. And,
yeah.
And the beauty about this is, oh my gosh, can it really go up to 40-some cents? And we're how much now?
It can go to, well, first it can go to 14.
Right.
Then 25, and ultimately 46.
And what price is it now?
8.
Okay, so there you go. Like, keep DCAing into it. Down days, buy $5. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You know, this is the one that'll have you comfortable in the long run if it plays out like this.
And there's one more thing.
It's not being greedy either, because
no,
you're seeing the moves. You're seeing the moves. Look, there's your breakout. See, you got to retest at 14 cents for the breakout.
Mm-hmm.
To retrace 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your 5. There's your 5 pop.
The charts will tell you everything you need to know
in advance.
True.
So
one more thing before we say goodbye.
Your bonus you could put as your screen grabber down there. A bonus play, TELOS.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead. TELOS. Bonus. TELOS.
Mm-hmm.
What's that gonna say?
Well,
DCA
to 14 cents. 14 cent take profit.
Mm-hmm.
Rebuy at 10. So then take profit at 25, and then rebuy at 15 cents, and then hold it till it hits 40 cents.
I'll just go like this. DCA for 14 cents, then to 10, then 25. 25 we said.
So it's going to retest the trend line, which is whatever that is, 17 cents or whatever it is. Where's it retest?
Like all the way here?
No, probably just the breakout. Yeah, somewhere in that area. That'd be your rebuy. Right there, that number, your first one.
14.
Yep. So between 11 and 14, you'd rebuy again for ultimately going up to 40 cents. That'd be your wave 5. That should be wave 4 correction. If I'm looking at it correctly, that should be wave 4 correction. Wave 3 should take you to a quarter. What do you think?
I agree. I just want to finish off this GAN to really tell you where the breakout happens for like the new, how would I say it, a new level. Because once you beat the 8/1 GAN, you're off to like a different wave structure, you know.
Wow!
So,
look where the arrow lined up at.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Once you like in the bull run, I mean, okay. Guys, once you get over like 80 cents, it's game on. It's a new level then. But you gotta wait for that. We're now at 8 cents, so it's a 10x. You gotta wait for that.
And that's if it ever even comes back to the levels that it was before, you know. And we don't.
Yeah.
So just play it technically speaking, and technically speaking, it's showing us an inverse head and shoulders type setup here, you know.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Thank you
for everything, Camille. Bonus pick of the bull run. Hey.
Yeah, TELOS.
All right, Camille. I appreciate you.
See you soon on another video. Join the Telegram channel. Follow us. Drop some comments under the video. We want to know how you guys like this, and if you have any questions, any comments, let us know. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Come see us at Exponential Study. Like, follow, and subscribe. Adios. See you, bud.